Yes, correct. Alright, hello again everyone. My name is Ribka. I am from Indonesia and thank you so much for MIDE for having me here. And today I would like to talk about something that is very close to my heart, which is about visual storytelling for ocean conservation. Alright, before we begin, I would like to introduce a little bit about myself. So I am Ribka Malise. I came from Indonesia. I'm a photographer, I'm a videographer, and I'm also a visual storyteller from Indonesia and also the founder of Gorontalo and Meraki. And maybe some of you have seen last year winner picture. I got win here in the MIDE compact camera category. And yeah, I would like to start with this one. One quote from Sir David Attenborough, which is, "No one will protect what they don't care about, and no one will care about what they have never experienced." So maybe we all here are a diver, and some of us may not have the chance to go diving. They might not have the chance to see what's out there underwater. And for you, if you're diving, we can see what's really happening down there. We know what's changing with our ocean. But for those who didn't diving, for those who didn't have a chance to see what our ocean looks like, it will be very hard for them to having feeling to start caring about whatever happens within our ocean. So this is the challenge that we currently face these days that we already know, which is there's a lot of fish have been depleted by 90% in many parts of the world, and the coral reef declines. You can see coral bleaching everywhere. You can see all the corals starting to be dead, and also there's a lot of plastic in the waters. All of this data we can see if we go down there, if we go diving, we can really see all of this is happening. But for those who didn't have a chance to go diving, for those who didn't have a chance to see whatever happenings underwater, they don't know. Yes, maybe they know that, oh, our ocean is facing global warming, it's getting warm, but that's it. They didn't really have the chance to see it firsthand, that the coral is starting to get white, the pelagics is really decreasing, and a lot of fish, a lot of plastic getting in the water. So the biggest question for me is, how do we make the invisible visible? How do we make whatever happening, the number that we see just now, visible to other people as well who doesn't go to the ocean? My answer will be through stories, because the oceans needs to be felt. They need to see whatever happening. They need to see the beauty. They need to see the sadness that is currently happening. And when they see it, they will develop some kind of feeling, some kind of emotions. And once they have that kind of emotions, then maybe, and my hope is, they can start to care with what's happening and start to change. So part one, I would like to talk about why stories matter. As a diver, why should we tell stories about our ocean? This is the difference between data and story. We can see data everywhere, but usually when we see data, when we see number, people just will see number and then they will forget about it. The retention is very low. But when there's a story about it, when there's a visual, a long story that explaining about the visual is, it will stick to their hearts, maybe. And also for data alone, the data will only inform. But if there's a story, there's a chance that it will transform people. Maybe they will do something about it. And if data alone, it might reaches the mind. But if there's a story, it also might reach the heart. So it's like mind versus hearts. And this is the example. For example, the data that we can see everywhere these days says the coral reefs are threatened by warming seas. Yes, we know the global warming is happening. But if we're trying to tell the stories, for example, like last year, this anemones was full of color. There's yellow, there's red, a lot of colors in the anemones. But this year, the anemones start getting pale. It's getting white, and it's a sign of stress. But even though the anemones is white, the clownfish is still here, but the home doesn't look the same. Imagine that you have a house that is perfect, but then something happening and your house starting to be broken. Slowly and slowly it's dying. It doesn't comfortable anymore, but the fish still choose to stay there. This is very sad. If we see the data, usually data will explain the problems. They will tell you the number about this, the number about that, but story will make it more personal. Some of you might seen this picture before. This picture is really famous. It's a photo by Justin Hoffman in 2017. It's a picture of a seahorse holding a cotton bud. This is a very, at that time, I think this picture is very viral. And just this one pictures only, it has a lot of impacts. It got 5 million shares. It got features in 100 plus publications all around the world. It sparked plastic policy conversation globally, all over the world, and also it influenced policy changes. This is one of the examples, even though this is just a picture, but the picture says something. It moves the heart. It makes other people want to change what is currently happening, and they want to do better. And the second picture, the second case study is this turtle. Also another famous picture and video at that time. There's a straw inside of the turtle's nose. And I forgot, this is I think a scientist or a diver tried to take the straw out. But there's also a lot of blood coming from the turtle. And if you ever see the video, you can see how the turtle is hurting because of this plastic inside of the nose. But this picture only, it also sparks a global movement against plastic straws. I think if I'm not mistaken, this is changed the policy in London where they, after this happening, they changed the policy that there's no straw can be used again in London. And also it's reshaped a multi-billion-dollar industry where the plastic's banned in that country. And yeah, those two pictures weren't just a photo, but they were emotional narratives. If you see the picture, you exactly know what is the picture trying to speak to you. You exactly know what the message is in the picture, and it moves the heart. It moves how you see whatever happening, and it makes people want to do better. So yeah, this is something that I really believe in. That when people see the ocean, they will begin to feel its beauty. When people see the ocean, the beauty of ocean, the video, a photo, maybe if you go diving, you take a picture, you take a video, then you can give a chance to other people that didn't go diving, to feel the beauty of our underwater world. And once they feel the beauty, when they feel it, they were willing to protect it. They want to change something. They want to be better for our world and for our underwater. And for the next is part 2, what makes ocean stories powerful? There's 2 types of photo. It's a documentation and a storytelling, but these 2 are the same. For example, if we see this picture, if it's a documentation, I would say that this is a tree clownfish in the anemones. There's a big contrast between the color. It's an orange one and a white one. And it's really beautiful at first if you see it because the contrast of the color. But if you take a look at it more deeper, then you can start to see that this is actually a bleaching anemones. This is actually a dying home of the clownfish. But even though it's dying, the clownfish is still there. 3 of them. The upper one is the baby one. they're still stuck in their home that is slowly and slowly become that. And this one, if it's a documentation, that you can see a diver and a schooling of barracuda. But for me, from my perspective, this is happening when I go diving, and then there's a lot of schooling of barracuda in the water. But you can see this diver here. There's no bubble out there. It just the diver is just staying there, just slowly kicking, slowly breathing, and maintain a respectful distance with the marine animals. And somehow, if you respect the marine animals, they will give you a reward. They will give you something, which in this picture you can see that the schooling barracuda start going to the diver. They're going close to the diver to rewarding the diver because he has maintained a respectful distance with the ocean marine animal. So yeah. And this is also another example. This is a whale shark in Gorontalo. If this is a documentation, you can see, oh yeah, there's a whale shark. There's also a diver bubble. It's beautiful, and that's it. But from my perspective, I see that this is a behavior of a whale shark. This is not just a basic whale shark photo, but this is the behavior of the whale shark. This is happening when we're diving away from the shore, and then there's this whale shark coming to us and just circling around us. And when we take time to see what is really happening, then turns out this whale shark is playing with our bubble stream. He showed his behavior that he trusts us as a diver in the same water as him, and he just wants to play with us. So what's happening here is we're diving almost an hour with this whale shark just circling around and playing with the bubbles. And every time the bubbles hits the belly of the whale shark is like, you know, like doing a cute little spot thing in the bubble stream. So yeah, this is a behavior of a whale shark. And for the next is part 3, the storyteller's mindset. What I always do when I try to tell a story is always do an observation first before taking action. So every time you go diving, take your time, kick slowly, see what's really in front of you, see the small things, not just trying to find out the big stuff, but try to see the small things. Like for example in here, I see these anemones and a cute little shrimp in there, and I just stop there and see what's happening and see the anemones, see the clownfish. And when I start to do the observation, this is happening. So I can see this clownfish starting to eat the egg and also to protect the egg. So maybe some of you has heard a story about clownfish and the Nemo where they eat the eggs, where apparently they did. So this is one of the behavior of the clownfish as well. And the next one is also slow down, just like I said before. Another example is this clownfish as well. When I go diving in Labuan Bajo, there's this yellow anemone. It's really beautiful. But then I see something a little bit different. So I stop there and try to pay attention. And I see the clownfish always like opening its mouth. And I just stood there and I really see what is that? Because I can see like 2 eyes inside of the clownfish mouth. It's my first time seeing it, and I was like, huh, weird. But then I take this picture. I'm not using any macro lens. This is a wide lens, but somehow I managed to see these little creatures inside of the clownfish mouth. So it's a parasite that eats the tongue of the clownfish and replaces the tongue, the clownfish tongues. So it's very complex, but it's happening in our world. It's very fascinating to see. And the next one is, if you see something in the ocean, for example, like you know what you want to share, for example, for your social media, but usually what's happening is when divers see something big in the ocean, they tend to do like a very strong kick to get closer with the marine life. But here, one of the things that I always do is let them come to you. Again, because if you try to give a respectful distance with the marine animals, usually the ocean will reward you with something. For example, like this is the manta that I found in the south of Labuan Bajo. There's a lot of manta. So at that time, we just stay there, maintaining a respectful distance. We're staying outside of the cleaning station. I think it's almost around 30 minutes, and it's almost our time to go up, do our safety stops. So we'll start saying bye-bye to this beautiful manta. We're going up, and suddenly, there's this manta following us up and stay with us until we finish our safety stop. This mantas always do the circling, they showing us the belly. It feels like they doing like a dance for us. This manta is like have trust with the diver beside him. So yeah, it's a very wonderful to see. And the last one is your lens, your voice. Because no two people see the same reef. Maybe we go diving with the other diver, we always go into the same spot. But every time we go diving, we always bring our own eyes, we always bring our own questions, and we always bring our own hearts. So maybe there are two of you going to the same dive spot, but whatever you see and whatever the other people see, it could be two different things. You could have like two different stories out of it. So don't be afraid to go and see the same thing with the other people, because at the end of the day, usually we always see things differently. And yeah, every time I had a chance to say something, I always want to share this, something that is really deep in my heart, that the ocean needs more storytellers, and that could be you. Any one of you. Truly. You don't have to have the perfect gear, the most expensive gear. You can just have a simple action cam or whatever it is, Insta360, GoPro. You can just take a video, you can take photo, whatever that makes you feel that our ocean is beautiful, whatever that moves your heart. Take a picture of it, take a video of it, and you can just share it to your social media and other people can see it. Because if we really see what is happening out there in our ocean, there's a lot of things happening and people doesn't really know about it because they don't see it daily. They don't see it in front of their eyes that our oceans start changing. So yeah, these days the ocean needs more storyteller, and any one of you can do that. Because your image are invitations. When you post that photo in your social media, when you share your stories to your family, to your sister, to your brother, to your parent, to your child, it feels like an invitation. And your stories, whatever it is that you tell them, could be a bridge. Who knows, maybe if you share that picture of the turtle, that one person want to go diving, and maybe if you share that picture about the corals, then they know whatever happening and maybe they can stop using plastic. It's as simple as that, but you could make a powerful change. And yes, your stories matter, because the reef that you might see it every weekend, someone has never seen it before. And the common fish that you think is very common that pass you, there's also someone who never met it before in their lives. So whatever it is that you see, whatever it is that moves your heart, take a picture of it, take a video of it, and share it to other people. Because what you share shapes what other people choose to protect. What you share, maybe it's beautiful, maybe it moves other people's heart, and they start feeling something, they start having an emotion about it. And once they feel something, they can start to protect it. It's a chance that we should all take to make our world better every day. And yeah, small action creates the waves. You don't need a million of followers. You don't have to have 100K followers in your Instagram. You don't have to have like a tons of followers in your YouTube account or your TikTok account. But you only need one person who sees your story and change how they see the ocean. That's the most important thing. And yes, one last line from me is the ocean has given us so much, literally so much for us human. And this is the time for us to share the ocean stories, whatever it is that moves your heart. That is the way, one of the simplest way that we know how to give back to our ocean. So yes, there's the last message for me. Be an ocean storyteller and start sharing stories about ocean that maybe it can move other people's hearts and do better for our oceans and for our world. That's it. Thank you so much, everyone.